Hello everyone. So today I will be walking you guys through how to become a professional graphics designer. So you've been wondering, okay, you want to take up a new skills and then you're looking at graphic design. This course will help you a lot in trying to figure out how you can actually become a great one. So my name is Bolaji Mohammed Lukman. I've been a graphic designer for the past 8 years. So I'll be sharing my experience with you on what you need to know about graphic design before you get started. So what is graphics design? So graphic design is the process of composing and arranging the visual element of a project. What this means is that um, company's brand project is company's visual brand is very important, and then graphic is one of the major and most important things that play a crucial role in brand development because what the user sees, what companies customers sees, the first thing they see is the graphics of that company. So as a graphic designer, you need to learn how to be very good in visual design so that you can improve a brand development and then take the brand to the next level with your design skills. In modern marketing environment, as you can see, graphic design plays a vital role because what the user sees the first, what the user will see in the company's brand is your design. So as a graphic designer, you need to be aware of all these things. And another thing that you need to be aware of as a graphic designer is whatever you want to design, whatever you're taking to the social media, let it portray out the brand aims and goals because if the user sees a logo, if the user sees a design, the user will definitely know, okay, yeah, this is exactly what this is all about. So what are the importance of graphic design in digital marketing, right? So yeah, one of the things is impression matters a lot. Like I said earlier, if you want to become a graphic designer, you need to learn how to create a very good impression with your skills, with your skill set, with your design. How can you do that? Is make a very good content and then give it a very good design. And then brand identity, like for example, we have MTN, Coca-Cola. Each of these they have their own brand identity, their logo. That's their identity. So as a graphic designer, you need to learn how to design a very good quality logo for brand identity. Brand communication and creativity. So this is very important as a graphic designer to know because before you can become a graphic designer, a professional one at that, you need to know how to communicate your design. You need to learn how to communicate your design for a brand. Being creative. When a company comes to you, gives you a content to help design, you as a designer, you need to be creative on how you can make the content portray the image of that brand in a very professional pattern. This can generate a lot of revenue for the brand, and this can generate a lot of money for you too as well. So it increases sales and credibility. Like I said, a very good design will increase sales and credibility. Most of the share there are some flyers for marketing out there whereby without a graphic designer you can't just design something like that. And people like going for quality. If I see a design that is very good with good quality, I will know that wow, this company is a very good brand, right? Because the design is actually what that actually makes sense a lot. So how do you become a graphic designer? Number one is the first thing you need to know. The first thing you need to know is to like understand and learn graphics design basics. What are the graphics design basics? Graphic design basics are the colors, um, their shapes, their text, font, and all of those things like that. So if you know how to choose your colors right, your shape, and your alignment, then you need to learn all these basics. When you know this, that's a step. You're a step away from becoming a designer. Then take online courses like these ones from skillsad. Like I highly recommend skillsad a lot when you want to take your course in Africa because you get a good course there, and then you take your graphic design courses, different type of courses you need as a graphic designer. You get it there, and professional are the ones that will be teaching you the courses. it, it takes nothing less for you because you just go online there, log on to that place, and then you start learning quality videos and quality training. You need to set up your environment. Setting up your environment as a graphic designer is you need to get your gadget ready. You need to laptops. You need to get your softwares ready. A compatible laptop that is very okay for your graphics. Get a configuration that is good. I normally recommend Core i3 PC and above for graphics designer because whatever you want to do, Core i3 laptop, Core i3 processor, the laptop can actually go a long way in doing that. So if you set up your environment, you get your laptop, then you start installing your softwares. And by the end of this video, you will know the kind of softwares we're talking about. So this is going to help you a lot. Follow established graphic designer. This is very important. As a graphic designer, you need to know the people that are very, very good in graphics designer. Take them as your mentors. Go online out there, go to social media, look at different people designs, look at how they are doing it, look at the way they are putting it through, and then from there you can get a mentor from them. From there, and then you work even though you can talk to them, you can go to LinkedIn, look for professional graphics designer there, follow them up and see what they do. You see their portfolios and everything. These are the things that will make you a great designer, because if you are just a designer and you don't have a mentor, right, then definitely it's going to be like you're going to be working blindly, because your mentors have been into this, they have been in the industry for a very long time. So if you go out there and search for established designers, then you can definitely learn from them a lot, from their posts, from their stories, from the companies that I've worked with, and a lot of things like that. So, and another thing you can do is the next thing is to create your impressive portfolio, right? So yeah, as a graphic designer, you need to showcase your skills. You need to showcase what you've got, right? Okay, you cannot just walk up to me and say you're a graphic designer and I tell you, show me what you have done so far, and you cannot even show me anything. So this actually causes a lot of problem, right? Because it gives a lot of challenges, because the client that wants to give you the job won't be so confident that you can do the job. But when you have a very good portfolio, an impressive one, maybe a link to a website for your page, or maybe a link to your blog, or maybe a link to your social media where you normally post all your graphics, designs, and all of those things like that. Your online social media, your Instagram, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, all these things are they play crucial role in your portfolio. You don't as a designer, you are expected to make use of your social media to post all your works, showcase what you've got, showcase your skills. This will help you a lot, because with this, a lot of people can just easily search for your name, your username on social media, and what they will see is you as a designer. And you can follow up my other courses on LinkedIn, how to create a LinkedIn profile and portfolio. You can follow it on Skillset as well to check it out on how you can use LinkedIn to create a portfolio for your profile. LinkedIn goes a long way in your portfolio, in your because you can actually put out your portfolio right there, and then a lot of people will see it. So I guess you should work on that as well if you want to become a very good graphics designer. So get some work experience. Like I said, without a portfolio, you hardly get job, because not so many people want to give you a job without seeing what you have done. So try and do some work, your research, do some research, do a lot of design, do good designs, then work with a lot of brands, work with a lot of people, work with a lot of startups, and then from there you have a lot of work experience. With that, you're going to be improving day by day and bit by bit. Learn professional copywriting. Yeah, as a graphic designer, you need to learn how to copyright. Yeah, that's very, very important, because you are going to be like a brand, brand visual designer, right, for a company, and you're going to be portraying the company's design in front of millions of people out there. So your copywriting skills must be very good, because if you gamble on these aspects, you're going to fuck up a lot, and then you're going to disappoint the people that employs you to work for them. So you have to be very skillful in copywriting, though it's not necessarily an important, but if you can add that to your skills, it's going to give you an edge, and then it's going to create much more opportunity and wider one for you. Stay updated with core design trend. go to Google, go to Twitter, search for design trends and all of things like that. You see new design trends. You see how people are designing now. Maybe the alignment of how people were doing something before is entirely different from what we're doing now in 2022. So you learn a lot from new design aspects. You learn a lot from new stuff like that, and you can only do that if you follow up design trend on social media. I highly recommend LinkedIn, and I would highly recommend Twitter. These two platforms can help you a lot, go a long way in you becoming a very successful graphics designer. So, what are the softwares as a beginner? What are the softwares you're supposed to start with? As a beginner, you can work with Canva, which is very important right now in 2022 because Canva has a lot of very great features right now that actually helps a lot of graphic design out there. And Adobe Photoshop, this is industrial standard for graphics designer. Almost 90, let me say 90% of graphic designer knows how to use Adobe Photoshop, and you definitely needs to know this Adobe Photoshop. Without knowing Adobe Photoshop, definitely you can call yourself a professional graphics designer yet, because Adobe Photoshop is the standard software for production. Same thing as CorelDRAW. CorelDRAW is the same, most especially CorelDRAW 2022, which comes with a lot of features. Even you can use it for UI design and lot of things like that. So Adobe Illustrator, these four softwares play crucial roles in becoming a graphic designer. If you know how to use all these four softwares, you're going to be the next big thing in graphics in coming months. So my advice for you as a beginner is to make sure you follow the trends on graphic design on social media, be creative, and then be consistent. Because consistency is the key. You have to be consistent. You don't design today and then forget about it tomorrow. You design today, you design more, and then more people will reach out to you because you are consistent and they see the work you're doing. That is what can actually help you. And then this becoming a graphic designer, you can use it as your side also, and you can use it to freelance when you're good. A lot of people will give you projects from different countries, and you can even work remotely as a graphic designer. So these are the advantages that you have as a designer if you are very good in what you do. So, what are the types of design we have? Under graphics designs, we have different types, and one of the most important one is the visual identity graphics design. So this is very important for organizations, right? When you are designing, this is very important because visually speaking, without brand visual design, companies find it difficult to showcase their products to the world, most especially to their customers, most especially brands that are not at a geographical area, they are everywhere, globally. This kind of brands needs a visual design, a visual identity that will portray the company's brand development. We have other ones like marketing graphics design. These are very important. You see, like there is no how every company needs a graphic designer that knows how to design marketing graphics. Yes, like the one you're seeing on the screen right now. All this, we can help your business. This is a flyer and this is a flyer. So how you design this flyer is very important. You need to know how to do them because this can actually help the brand sells a lot of products and get a lot of customers. And then as a marketing graphics under marketing graphics design, that's where we have flyer, magazines, posters, and all of those things like that. In fact, we have social media hats and banners. And these designs goes a long way in marketing because these are the key aspects where companies usually get most of their sales. Others are publication design. Those are, as a graphic designer, you actually fall under this aspect as well. Textbook design, magazine, newspapers, and so on. So that is we call those publication design. So as a graphic designer, you need to know how to do all this, how to lay out your textbook design, magazine covers, and a lot of things like that. We have motion graphics designer, and motion graphic designer is entirely different from graphics design because your design now moves, right? It's on motion. That's why they call it motion graphic design. Whatever you are designing is moving. So it's not like static design that is going to be just pure design. But motion graphic design is a design when you design that is going to be moving. So this in a layman terms, I just have to explain it like that. We have an illustrator designer. Yes, these are graphic designers that design on t-shirts. They design t-shirt mock-ups. They design a lot of mock-ups, infographics, and album arts like that. So, as a graphic designer, I expect you to be able to use all these things so that if you can use all this, then you are closer to becoming a graphic designer professional. So, whatever challenges you may face, you just have to be consistent and keep doing it. Get your laptop, get your workspace, install these softwares, Canva, Adobe Photoshop, CorelDRAW, Illustrator, and start working on different design. Be a very good designer, be creative, and be innovative. This ways you can be the next big graphic designer in the industry. I wish you all the best. You can watch more of my videos on www.skillstar.com. Thank you so much for your time.